Some names don't need hype to shake up a transfer window. All it takes is the first sign of interest, and suddenly everything changes. That's exactly what's happening behind the scenes at Newcastle United right now. A discreet yet highly strategic move is putting the club's board face to face with one of their most important decisions of the summer. What began as mere speculation has now turned into a real behind-the-scenes chess match, eyes watching closely, big money on the table, and a target who's already dividing opinions among supporters. Over the past few days, the atmosphere around the club's training ground has grown noticeably tenser. Conversations in Tyneside pubs, online forums, and even WhatsApp groups have started revolving around one specific name. A name that may not be the flashiest in the media, but whose stats speak for themselves and whose profile fits exactly what Eddie Howe has been looking for to reinforce the attack. This isn't just about signing for the sake of it. It's about solving a real gap in the squad with someone who can make an impact right from match day one in the Premier League. And if you've made it this far, it's because you're one of those fans who live every twist and turn of the transfer window. Every update, every rumor, every step counts, and that's why subscribing to this channel makes all the difference. It ensures you never miss the hottest updates from the market, always served with proper context, solid analysis, and of course a deep passion for Newcastle United. So if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Join the community. Your support helps this channel grow and keeps the content coming strong. Back to what's really turning the gears behind the St. James Park gates. This isn't just a random interest or casual inquiry. The club has already put money on the table. An official offer was submitted and, although initially rejected, it proves that the interest is genuine. And we're not talking pennies. Newcastle's opening bid was around £25 million. Despite the rejection, the board still believes there's room to negotiate. A clear sign that this name sits high on the club's priority list. And now, let's get straight to the point. The target in question is Whissa, Brentford striker and DR Congo international. According to reports from the Daily Telegraph, Newcastle are determined to sign the player before the summer window closes. Whissa scored 19 Premier League goals last season and is now Brentford's all-time top scorer in the competition, a record that explains why so many clubs are after him. But what few people know is that this potential move is bringing personal and emotional challenges for the player himself. According to the Telegraph, Whissa is finding it hard to cope with all the transfer speculation surrounding him. The constant media pressure, ongoing negotiations, and uncertainty about his future have taken a toll. In fact, Whissa temporarily left Brentford's pre-season training camp amidst the most intense rumours. And it's not just Newcastle keeping tabs, both Tottenham Hotspur and Nottingham Forest are also monitoring the situation. In short, this is a hot name on the market, and one that may be on the verge of a major move. The Telegraph also reports that Brentford are expecting around £40 million for the striker, a fee higher than Newcastle's opening offer, but not entirely unrealistic. The Magpies board know the asking price is steep, especially for a player who's about to turn 29. But Whissa's potential immediate impact on the squad goes beyond concerns about age. The focus is on what he can deliver from day one, and from that angle, the DR Congo forward presents a strong and ready-made solution. The comparison between Whissa and Callum Wilson has started to gain traction among fans and pundits alike. Having Whissa as a direct backup or even competition for Alexander Isak would represent a serious upgrade in the attacking department. We're talking about a more dynamic player, more clinical in front of goal, and currently at his physical and technical peak. It's the kind of switch that makes total sense for where Newcastle are now. Of course, there are risks, and they shouldn't be ignored. Chief among them are the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules. These rules prevent clubs from posting losses over £105 million across a 3-year period. In that context, spending heavily on a player with limited resale value is a calculated gamble. Still, Newcastle's approach appears to be more football-focused than purely financial. The logic is simple. If Whissa performs well and helps push the club up the table, the investment justifies itself. And this is where Eddie Howe's trust in the player becomes key. The manager sees Whissa as someone who fits perfectly into Newcastle's tactical system, fast, aggressive, used to the pace of the Premier League, and with a strong eye for goal. Add to that his experience in decisive moments, both for Brentford and DR Congo, and you've got a player who brings maturity and edge to the front line. The idea of a front three with Isak, Gordon and Whissa is gaining ground behind closed doors. A trio with youth, technique and raw power. If you appreciate this kind of detailed analysis and real-time info on Newcastle United, now is a great moment to hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss a thing about the Magpies, from exciting transfer links to the hidden stories most people overlook. Your support is what helps this channel grow and deliver content with depth and credibility. Back to the deal, one detail stands out. Despite all the interest and offers Brentford have received, the club still sees Whissa as part of their plans. He's expected to feature in their opening match of the Premier League season, against Nottingham Forest on the 17th of August. That tells us that no offer so far has been enough to seriously sway Brentford. But it also shows that a £40 million proposal could change everything very quickly. Meanwhile, back at St James Park, Expectations are ramping up, the window is closing in, and the club knows it must act fast if it wants to land players who can truly make a difference. Whissa remains a top target, but he's not the only one being discussed. The board are working on a plan B, even a plan C if talks with Brentford collapse. But none of the alternatives offer the same immediate impact. That's why the club is expected to push a little harder before walking away. Sources close to Whissa's camp say the player would be open to joining Newcastle provided the clubs reach an agreement. The idea of joining an ambitious club with a passionate fan base and a strong sporting project appeals to him. He sees Newcastle as the ideal step forward in his career, especially while he's still at his peak. This could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So, Toon fans, the coming days will be crucial. If you want to keep up with every twist of this saga and stay on top of everything happening in the transfer market, you know what to do. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video with fellow fans who live and breathe Newcastle United. This channel brings you full coverage, verified sources, and dedicated work always. The Whissa saga is far from over, but it looks like we're entering the final chapters. Whether the ending will bring celebration or frustration, only time will tell. One thing is clear though, the club is on the move, it's searching, and more than ever, it's aiming high. The real question now is, how far is Newcastle willing to go to make this signing happen?